Na szevasztok, itt vagyunk a Witcher második részében, hogy ott tartottunk, hogy Corvo Biancóba kell elmenjünk, megtaláljuk a holttestet, amit meg kell vizsgáljunk. Hogy haladjunk. Szia hordócska. Itt meg mi a szar történik? Ez vérben van fagyva? Szitalt meg baszki a szemünk előtt. Azt a büdös. Egyetlen 4 ölte meg a csávokánkat. Őt nem tudom megnézni, őt sem. Még valami? Valamerre. Hoppá. Na lássuk. Öt különböző karom, akkor szerintem most ide lekerni, hogy itt is egy hulla. Közben valaki írog a Steam-en, de most ezt persze nem fogom megnézni. Jó, akkor kövessük a lábnyomokat. Még egy hulla, de hogy látod, már elég régi. Szóval csávok úgy neki lett vágva a kerítésnek, vagy mi a túrahoz. Kiszakadt az egész a helyről. Szóval nagyon nagy erő kell hozzá. És egy kis cinematik. Mi az? Ez a csaj akar lenni?
Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Ez tényleg a csaj van a kocsmából. Mi az?
We don't have to fight.
Szóval előtte muszáj harcolnunk.
You are wrong.
Nem hisz. Király. Valami új alak, valami semmi.
I cannot let you leave.
Nem engedhet el innen minket. Szépen fogyik. Ja, fogy az szépen. Azt a büdös. Nyomjunk egy kis toxikot. Hát. Megvagy. Megvagy. Mennyit tud dodge-olni a kis csaj, beszarás? Már úgysem menekülsz előlem. Megvagy. Jó, tegyek ki csapdát. Hát nem is kell csapda. És még mozog. Ajánl neki, még mozog. Ja. A csákat is ki tudjuk lootolni. Ó, ez a repair kit pont jól jön. Így ne. Vizsgáljuk meg a testet.
Things.
Büdös.
Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body
Levágta a
ordered
csaj
to
szét a
be
két
gone.
kezét. Leamputálta. Hogy pontos legyen. Kezdjük akkor a fejétől.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it.
Vízbe folytotta.
Something in the throat.
Valami van a torkában. Fölhúzik.
Bulging with coins.
Pénzészsák.
Nilfgaardian florins from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
Lássuk a melkasát.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force.
Félbe letalágva, miután
Bones sliced
meghalt.
through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
Ez nem a szörny csajszi volt, aki félbevágta.
Third hand. A spare. Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen
Egy
must not
harmadik
notice
kéz,
it as they
ami
picked everything
persze
up.
nem az
How
áldozaté.
is this possible? Still warm.
Még mindig
Blood still
meleg.
flowing. Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or
Még mozog is
seeming
bakker.
completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Akkor fejezzük.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then
Szóval egy
why
szörny
did Bruxa
ölte
come
meg,
here for the severed
de nem az
hand?
a Bruxa szörny, akit most kinyírtunk.
Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers.
Mi az értelme annak, hogy a torkán nem volt nyomva a kis pénzes szacskó,
I'll ask Palmer
és
if
miért
they
van
need to see the
félbevágva?
Duchess.
Ja. Hopp, itt mi volt? Ja. Nem lehet semmi, kis kaja, valami. Sehol, semmi. Nem, itt fel, aztán jobbra. Mi van itt? Egy lovagi torna. És eddig nagyon úgy néz ki. Ez egy aréna-szerűség. Bocs. Menjünk Palmeréhez.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Ritik and the dragon?
Tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Én azt
Not
mondom.
always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, we can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Húzatok, találjátok meg a szüleiteket. Na, mégis boldogok vagyunk. Melyik keressük meg a szüleinket. Biztos a szörny már megette őket. Mutasd az utat, Palmarin.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shelmar with some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Azt a valakivel a szörnyen fog harcolni majd. Hát csaró csáó már előre sajnálom. Azt mondom, hogy ez az egész veszélyes.
Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw the spectacle of the sword of Urina in Nonye. There, a knight
Szönyegerált, hogy az a kis lánc azokkal a csörgékkel a farkán nem elég, hogy megállítsák. Kíváncsi vagyok, mi lesz belőle. Biztos lesz valami galibaz, de tuti biztos, hogy itt a Witchert ismerjük. Lássuk, ki fog vele megküzdeni. Jaj, a kis meleg csáó fog vele megküzdeni. Ó, nem kár érte. Lássuk a dasest. Na, erre kíváncsi vagyok. Olyan kis tollak vannak a sisakján.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Na, Lady Vivian. Meghal a telkeden szárt, az egyszer biztos.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Azaz, meg túrázzátok is csavarod. Geráltak is rossz érzése van. Hoppá! A szörny már rájött, hogy le tudja szedni magáról a láncokat. Mondtam. Hát neked annyi csávokkal, én azt mondom. Az igen. Tudtam. Mi az? Ó, hogy az a... Ez már kemény. Újjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjjj Most, azaz. Adjad neki. Nem áll, hogy beássa magát a föld alá. Jó. Ez érdekes volt.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Most mindenki minket ünnepel, megöltük a szörnyet.
Master Geralt,
Királyok
do what you
vagyunk.
must. Finish the deed.
Azt mondom, kíméljük meg Csórónak az életét.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful!
Még nagyobb tisztelet. Ez az. Jó, azt hogy most ezek akarják megölni. Jaj, a kis homály.
The lad came down too close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all.
Nem fajta egyáltalán, nem, hát.
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent.
Elbuktad ilyen te szerencsétlen.
Approaches.
Geralt, we must talk. Vivian,
You shall talk later in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
So,
What's
my
that?
young hero,
Oh.
hop hop.
Balfasz vagy,
We must
kopj
be
le.
off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival, had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Mondjuk el neki is, hogy ez rossz ötlet ez az egész.
Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we
Igaza van.
value your fortune,
Szóval a szörnyetek elszabadulók itt vérfürdő lett volna.
we would remind
Kinyír
you
kb.
your
minden
services
nézőt.
have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Beszéljünk a,
Your Grace,
a
my contract.
szerződésről.
I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here.
Kontrakt.
We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
Kövessük a macát.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Ki az?
Yes. I mean,
Jaj,
no.
hogy ő Dandelion. A Viscount Julian.
Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings.
Mondjuk el.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body.
I know already.
Jó, már tud róla.
Creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No, a Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
Így van, figyeljetek ránk, mert bajok lesznek.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is.
A csávok nem nagyon
Yet
bír
we are
minket.
capable of defeating the beast on our own.
Azt mondja, mindig
without
bajtozunk
outsiders.
magunkkal.
I've no doubt about
Mindig
it.
is bajtoztunk
Damien?
magunkkal.
We settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
That which you find at home, yet did not expect. Nem.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners.
Jó, egy kis Paris, ami azt illeti.
Poor rewards both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again.
Megkaptuk a kulcsot Corvo Bianco.
Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
Mit tudunk a szörnynek az első
Who was
áldozatáról?
the first victim?
Crispy was the first to die.
Crispynek hívták, aki
his
először
many
meghalt.
glorious tournament victories.
Nagyon híres volt a sok lovagi tornáról, amiket megnyert.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town
Szóval lakomán volt, ahonnan hirtelen eltűnt.
on his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory.
Egy órával
sword
később
hanging from his
találták meg.
He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows
És
of great force.
karmoktól
So he died
karmok
suddenly.
által halt meg.
The body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Mit tudunk a második
Second
holttestről?
murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me, an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep.
Ramon Dulacot, a második áldozatot is karmok ölték meg, nem pedig kard vagy valamilyen hasonló fegyver.
Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face
Mind a hárman idősebb lovagok voltak.
the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were
Sok
found in strange
hasonlóság
places under
van az
extraordinary
áldozatok
circumstances.
között.
Seems
Mindig
that
furcsa
whatever
helyeken voltak
or
megtalálva,
whatever it is has some meaning to
és
the
elég érdekes körülmények közt.
Honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if they...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Miért pont
5
ezek?
virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Arra gondolok, hogy Milton lehet a következő
Believe
áldozat,
something so
mert hogy
obvious.
idős,
De Peyrac Peyren,
és most jön a nyúlvadászat, ami egy különleges esemény.
It was years
És ugye
ago.
mindegyik hulla különleges eseményen tűnt el, és elég különös
Grace,
körülmények
need to
közt
find Milton
találták meg.
immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a
Szóval ő a nyúl.
secret.
Szóval ilyen
We must
nyúlvadászat.
call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Az igen. Csajszi megutálta a ruháját, le is tépte magáról. Meg így ott még alá nézünk. Az igen.
Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Bevadult a csajszi.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Nem adom. De az ide nem adom. Csávok, milyen ideges lett, hogy elvették tőle a bársonyt. És ugye most futunk a helyszínről, megmentjük Miltont, ha ő egyáltalán az áldozat. Kezd érdekes lenni a zene is. Fussunk utána.
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
A kilátás az kurva szép.
Just round the corner!
hurry.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Azt a büdös, de rohadt szép. Bocs, ide vissza kell forduljak. Azt a büdös. Gyönyörű. Vettünk.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
A unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Na, menjünk akkor. Szóval az aranyhalat kell megtaláljuk, és az unikornisnak a szarvát. Persze, nem tudok itt felmenni. Itt az unikornis. Igazából egy lókinek a fejre van kötve.
Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We should try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Tudtam.
Roach
Yes.
won't eat bread either, except if it's stale. Roach likes carrots. Maybe unicorn
Yeah.
will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I tell you.
Így.
It's against the rules.
És ledobta? Nem, jó.
Damn it.
Gyere, paci, paci, paci. Adok neked finomat. Gyere, paci, itt van egy kis répa.
What would you say to a delicious crunchy carrot?
Gyere, paci, paci, paci. Gyere, paci, paci, paci.
Easy.
Ez az.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Azt meg tudom lovagolni. Király. Hát akkor elmegyünk.
Faster.
And now I shall drink, dance, and repeat till the week is through.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Köszi a fuvart. Szia, paci.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Hol van a kis aranyhal? Ez nagy taffi. Ez lesz itt, én azt mondom szerint. Candy. Nem. Akkor ez lesz ez. Na nem már.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift.
Ezek kijönk a vízből, mint valami szörny. Add ide. Kösz.
A key.
Jó, még találkozunk a csajszíval.
Bombarded wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Hoppá, bocsász. A shift erős tudsz. Nagyon idegesítés. Úgy gyorsabban nem is úszhatnánk.
I won't go! I simply won't do
Nem tudok átugrani rajta. Úristen.
The light is positively useless. She can't possibly see.
Lássuk csak mi van itt.
Precisely.
Ha, ez kurva jól jön most. Még itt az unikor is van.
Giddy up.
Menjünk.
Please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. Or shall be explained
Na,
later.
csak még mindig nincs szoknya.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Azt mondja, hogy a csávok, hogy szabályellenésre csősz. Én vagyok a szabály.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Na, mi lehet ez?
Rooms, hollows. Could be a cave, I guess.
Now that's just silly. Look, if we take Rome, hollow it out and fill it with ease, the letters that is, we get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
És akkor még miért kellett ezzel cuccolni? Ha tudta, hogy a kulcs mihez illik. Én akkor játszítanék a kis kérdőjátékkal.
Wait here.
Azt a nem már! Ki nyírta?
What the butch?
What was that?
Milyen egy szörny az? Azt a... Jó, ilyenek nagyon csúnya vége lesz.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know.
Az igen.
I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Ezt, hogy ez nem rólunk szól,
Not here to
csávokám.
talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that?
Ez nagyon nem úgy néz ki, mint a rajzokon Slenderman.
Convey to the Duchess that I
Úgyhogy
one victim.
szerintem nem ő lesz a faszi.
You'll not get the chance.
Jaj, de szép, hogy a görcs egy ilyen... Azt a... Az anyádat. Ne! Adjál már! Jó. Meg vagy. Ez azért már keményebb, mint a csávók, aki volt az elején. Góliát. Ne! Jó, jobb a shieldet. Persze, hogy eltalál. Megvagy. Ne. Ez az. Megvan. Vagy mégse? Ahol elmenekül. Nagy faszt kapok. Mögötted. Mi a...
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
Ki a túró az?
No, he's my friend.
Az egy lyukat nyomott a csávóra. És elmenekül. Tudtam, hogy ez lesz.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Nem hal meg.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend.
Ki ez a
At least in
csávó?
human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Nézzük olyan, hogy regenerálódik a csávó.
How do you manage it?
I had help from the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have
A
you been
csávó
doing all
segített
these
neki
years?
megtanulni a regenerálást, akit most épp ki akartunk nyírni.
I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though
Ja,
Dettlaff is,
Dettlaff a neve.
how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one night since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Milyen jó
So
okai
in your
lettek, hogy
opinion, what are
megölje.
his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia.
300 azóta
Women
találkoztak
and children
először.
were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Miért mondja
Awfully
ezeket?
good of him. But do I need to know this?
Yes. So you'll understand Detlef is no cold-blooded killer.
Szóval azért mondja el ezeket a dolgokat nekünk, hogy megértsük, hogy Detlef nem egy hidegvérű gyilkos.
Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice: to leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose
A
the
Detlef
latter,
mentette meg az életét.
regenerated me at no small expense in his
Megtalálta a
own
darabjait, és aztán voltak lehetőségek, hogy ott hagyja,
gravity of the
vagy
endeavor.
pedig
Probably
segít
something it
rajta.
means to a human. You owe him your life.
Ezért most
More than that.
Ciao Detlefnak
Itself made us
az életéhez
blood-letting.
tartozik neki, ha
A bond
azt
so
veszik.
strong humans cannot even imagine, which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent, one they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Valamilyen ötletek kiétekesíthette fel.
Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off.
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting
Szóval Detlef nem érti a világot, az embereket. Egyféleképpen naív. És nem tud különbséget tenni, hogy mi a hazugság és mi az igazság közt. Meg kell találnunk.
Find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right.
Szóval akkor csak nem ő lesz
But
az,
for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
aki...
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Nem ő lesz a főbossz, úgymond.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Szóval Milton meghalt a picsával. Már csak ezért kinyírnám a többet. Akkor itt kimenni.
Allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Na. Megtalálkozunk Regisszel.
Beauclair, all's right and fair.
Sir, a letter for you, sir.
Aha.
Letter?
Szóval most kapjuk meg azt az üzenetet, amit az előző részben úgy mondtam, hogy ezt a mágiát tovább lehet fejleszteni, mint a mutációt.
Here.
Kap öcsét, hozzá le.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well. I imagine you hot on the trail of some nasty monster.
Mégse.
Or is it an overly complex curse
A
this
hang,
time?
mint a Triss lenne.
Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break. For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain
Professor Morel,
once called
ez az az üzenet
and this professor conducted research
mutációval
into
kapcsolatban.
mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal interred with the scholar when he passed. It could very well lead you to his laboratory. I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the tome. It's smudged in a few places, but I hope it proves useful anyway. Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
Mondtam, hogy Triss. Szóval Triss vett egy árustól egy térképet, ami a professzorral kapcsolatos, de én nem tudtam megoldani, ezért elküldte nekünk. Majd a hülye megcsinálja, max belehal. De azért vigyázzunk magunkra persze. Közben jó volna találni valamilyen kis boltot, ahol tudnék kaját venni. Meg is van. Ugye, ha minden igaz, nem fent. Itt. Jó.
Welcome, good sir, to DuPont and Sons Emporium of Diverse Merchandise. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Hosszabban be se tudom mutogatni.
Show me what you got back there.
Semmi kaja. Atya úristen. Ezt el tudjuk adni. Szóval, hogy ezt is. Ezt is. Ezt is. Ez mi ez? Nem. Akkor kb. Ennyi volt. Köszi a kajákat. Erre megyünk ki. Jó. Akkor menjünk fel a kovácshoz. Akkor itt bemenni. Túloldalon, persze, hogy a túloldalon. Aztán azért itt cucc. Úgy, de jól néz ki ez is.
The best steel in all of Tucson. Take a gander.
Lássuk, mit van. Ezt nem tudom használni. 49 szint. Ezek nagyon komoly kardok. De nem cserélem le. Jó. Javítsuk meg a cuccokat. Mennyi pénzük maradt? Ó, még van. Jó.
Farewell.
No, see you later.
Ennyi. Jó. Jó. Mi a dög ez? Azt a büdös. Persze még le is sebez, amikor felrobban. Azt a... Na jó, akkor ezt próbáljuk meg még egyszer. Aha, meg vagy. Jaj, itt van egy ilyen kis tök is. Ó, de jó, egyem a szíved. Azt a... Persze, hogy lelóg. Most már nem menekülsz. Zsír, ez megvan. Nem már! Ó, mondom, milyen faszal elintéztem. Gyerekek, persze, hogy megjelenik még egy. Jújjújjújjújjúj. Pussatok, bolondok. Töltődj már, töltődj már. Jaj, ez egész eddig el tud jönni. Ez az albenekús. Azt a... Na jó, tipli. Ugye ide kell bekopogtatni.
Damn it, locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Akkor találok egy másik helyet, ahol be lehet jutni. Itt volt valami. Ja, hát valami föld alatt idők. Nagyon hiányzik nekünk. Meg is van. Az anyád. Mi a felé nem tudok mozdulni? Nem hiszem el, hogy ide vágoltam. Végre.
Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave. Kikimore eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash.
Jó, akkor ezeket fel kell gyújtani. Mielőtt még kikelnének.
Some stench.
Azt. Kinyír. Még jó. Na jó, menjünk akkor Jó, és jön a következő cinematikumunk.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
Ugh.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Újra valahogy gyűrű.
Pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
You both hire vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kobinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kermoran, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kobinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kobinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Szóval, meg akarjuk most találni Dettlaffot. Geraltnak az volt az ötlete, hogy mind a ketten ilyen magas szintű vámpírok, biztos van valami módon, hogy meg tudná idézni Detlefot. De én nem tartja jó ötletnek, mert nagyon veszélyes, stb. Stb. Így a vámpírunknak az ötletével megyünk tovább, amely elméletileg sokkal kevesebb időt vesz igénybe és biztonságosabb is.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Közben ő lesz Casey, és így tánunk kell. Remélem az a virág cucc, vagy valami mi a franc, az nem fog itt nekünk megjelenni, mert akkor biztos, hogy agyfaszt kapok.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and
Ilyen király vámpírok, ahol
ravens will spy any
tudnak
creature
beszélgetni.
faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills.
És még hallgatok is rá.
It will take them some time nonetheless. So, perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Ígyunk, vagy ne ígyunk. Én azt mondom, hogy itt ezt most abba hagyjuk, következő részben pedig folytatjuk, és meglátjuk, hogy mi fog ebből az egészből kisülni. Sikerül-e megtalálni Detlefot, vagy nem? Szevasztok!